Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a reading and energy update for our beautiful collective. So I'm starting by shuffling the energy oracle cards. What do those listening to this reading need to know most at this time? Okay, so I have the cornucopia card in the reverse position. So someone may have gone through a period of time recently where things in their life just felt unusually out of sync. This could have been just feeling off emotionally or energetically, feeling as though things were out of sorts in their physical life, feeling a bit of frustration when it came to manifesting particular things in their life. For whoever I'm speaking to here, we also have the Envy card in the reverse position. This is really interesting. Can I get some clarification on this card? So this also could have been affecting someone's sleeping patterns. I'm hearing that there may have actually been an anxious energy that came in when this particular person was trying to fall asleep or while they were asleep. What can I channel for the person connecting with this? Wow, okay, so there's a powerful shift taking place within you. Whoever I'm speaking to here, on the surface, this may have looked like feeling anxious, feeling ungrounded, again, feeling like something in your world was out of sync. But what I'm really getting is that there is a powerful energy shift that my guides are calling actually an upgrade happening within you. And in those in-between times, when there are these upgrades happening, it's not uncommon to actually feel some temporary negative symptoms and sensations like feeling ungrounded, feeling restless, even feeling these anxieties come up. My guides are saying it's similar to when you travel and you're really excited about getting to your destination, but sometimes when you're traveling on the way to that destination, you can feel a bit of tiredness, fatigue, frustration. And yes, it would be more comfortable if you were either place, if you were either at home or if you were at your destination, but that travel period is necessary to actually upgrade you to somewhere better, somewhere that you desire to be at a really deep soul level. So I'm hearing to release any judgments, self-judgments, fears, anxieties coming up around these out of sync feelings, because you are actually being powerfully, spiritually upgraded. Now, let's talk about what this upgrade is for you. So with Angel of Strength reversed and adjacent possibilities reversed, I'm hearing that in the past, you may have been heavily fixated or focused on something very specific that you felt you wanted. This may have been a job, a goal, a person, a relationship, a connection. I'm hearing it felt like the only way. But the thing about whoever I'm speaking to here is the rigidity in that actually felt stifling to you and to your soul. It felt disempowering because something about this situation felt hopeless to you. It felt really difficult to bring together. And I see someone's mind just running circles over and over around this situation, around this desire. I see someone holding on so tight to someone or something in their life that was bringing them a lot of feelings of hopelessness. I'm hearing it made your heart or soul feel weak or feel hopeless. Now, There's a lot of overthinking happening in this state of being as well. Again, that feeling of lack of freedom, like this is the only way and it doesn't feel like it's coming together, or it doesn't feel like it's aligning for me. Now, particularly, I do see with door to romance reversed and hostilities upright that for some, this may have been related specifically to your love life or your dating life in some respect. This won't be for everyone. Again, it could be a job, a social situation, an environment. But whatever this thing is, it feels like this door that you really wanted to open was closed. And I see someone just trying to pull and pull on that one single door, really energetically and emotionally closing themselves off to other potential possibilities, avenues, pathways. Now, the ironic thing that my guides really want me to clarify here is that I know that for many of you listening, particularly if this is something that you do still really desire, you may be thinking that this reading or this message is saying to let go of what you desire. But the guides here are actually saying that if this is something you desire, it is possible, it is available to you, but this rigid focus and fixation on one singular pathway, one singular way that it could come to you has narrowed your focus in a sense, and that there may actually be other roundabout pathways or avenues, unexpected ways that you wouldn't expect, that this actually could still come to you, this very thing that you want or desire. However, the singularity of your focus and the rigidity of this mindset may actually be preventing you from opening your heart and opening your energetic field to these other possible avenues and pathways that could lead to the manifestation of the exact thing that you've been desiring, or could open up other, even higher vibrational possibilities or outcomes that you may have not even imagined. And that is what you're being shifted into here for whoever I'm speaking to. You're shifting into this solar plexus chakra activation and this angel of love card that I always take to represent the energy of unconditional love. So what I'm seeing here is that there's been a deep empowerment of you generally, but specifically this activation has really channeled into your solar plexus chakra. Now, I've spoken a lot about this solar plexus chakra activation in recent reading videos, but essentially this is activating you to higher levels of self-worth, self-confidence, empowerment. And I'm hearing that this sense of your own worth and value is lifting your perspective. And before I spoke on how in the past your focus may have been very narrow, well, now through this activation into your true self-empowerment, you are actually broadening your awareness, broadening your focus. No longer are you narrow and more single-minded in your mindset, but you're actually really opening yourself up in a beautiful way. I literally see you metaphorically being like this flower that is blooming, but what is causing this blooming to take place is you focusing on cultivating a deep sense of self-confidence and self-worth and making decisions from that place of solidly knowing your worth and value. Because I feel that in the past, what may have kept you very focused on that one singular pathway, avenue, outcome, whatever the case was, what kept you there, or what allowed you to remain focused in that way, was that I'm hearing you temporarily may have disconnected from your true sense of worth and value. Now, some of you may have actually done this voluntarily in kind of a self-sacrificial way for a particular soul connection, for a certain person. I heard you wanted to heal them. I know that's so specific because for some of you, this may not even be a person or connection. But if you're dealing with a specific relationship, there may have been a powerful soul bond there. And so you self-sacrificed temporarily your sense of worth and value, hoping that you could somehow heal or shift this other person externally. But now again, this powerful metamorphosis has happened within you. And what you are shifting into is a frequency of both abundance and unconditional love. The abundance is allowing you to open to an abundance of options, possibilities, and potential high vibrational timelines that you could align with in your life. Whereas the unconditional love frequency is keeping you fully connected to your own sense of worth and value, while also naturally emanating this free love energy frequency to everyone and everything around you, which is essentially a great component of your purpose here on earth as a soul. I'm hearing you are opening hearts and minds. So although this journey may have looked highly individual, this shift that's taking place within you into self-empowerment, into that unconditionally loving frequency, this individual shift within you has had a very widespread collective impact, because through really opening your own energetic field and keeping your own heart wide open, you are naturally radiating a powerful energetic signal that is opening the hearts and minds of anyone who has the privilege to touch or connect with your energy, even telepathically or psychically. So there are many who are wanting to touch or connect with your energy that you may not even be fully aware of. This could be strangers that you interact with, even the smallest, seemingly most insignificant forms of interaction could be at the soul level, at the subconscious level, someone who desires to briefly connect with you to receive that heart-opening, mind-expanding impact of being in proximity to your energetic field. I'm hearing someone's guides very clearly say, know the power of your energy. Here we have walking away, strategy, and attachment in the reverse position. So there's a higher divine plan at play in a situation where you feel as though you had to walk away from something to break free of a stuck energetic pattern. And because that is the direction that your intuition was guiding you, I feel that when you held on to this person or situation, naturally you kept your third eye a bit blocked or closed off. Not intentionally, but simply because although you are this highly intuitive, highly spiritually connected and gifted being, it's almost like you chose to forego listening to some of that intuition. I'm hearing you chose to be blind energetically to someone or something in your life. I'm hearing blind spot. You made an exception possibly for someone or something in your life that you cared a lot about, that you had a lot of love for, a lot of desire to connect with or to continue with. But over time, allowing yourself this blind spot, again, this may have been very subconscious, allowing yourself to not fully see how this person or situation was actually treating you, or what their true level of vibration was, or their true intentions were. It's almost like you allowed yourself to pretend as though your intuition wasn't speaking to you about this situation or person. And again, you didn't do this in any kind of a malicious way. In fact, it was very much the opposite. It was actually very self-sacrificial. You wanted to remain connected to this person or situation because you knew that your energy, that your presence there was having a positive impact on them. But the thing is, they were taking that impact for granted. They were taking that energy and using it as a bridge so that they wouldn't have to do the inner work fully within themselves. And I feel you came to realize that, and that may have been very painful for you. With attachment in the reverse position, you ultimately felt a kind of heaviness around this situation because that was your intuition speaking to the energy imbalance, speaking to the fact that you were putting a lot of energy into this person. And yes, it had the potential to shift them in a positive way. But instead of taking that shift, they were utilizing your energy to kind of use it as a sort of energetic crutch where they then wouldn't have to do the energy work, the true inner work within themselves. So I feel that ultimately you were guided to withdraw your energy, to pull back, and to release again some of that single focus, that singular focus on this particular person or situation. This has opened you up in many new ways. Specifically in the realm of connection, I feel that this has opened you to being able to connect with a lot of soul community in a more physical 3D way, but also opening yourself to being loved, being supported in a real-time physical way through avenues and people around you, whether that's in a platonic sense, in a romantic sense, in a community sense. And this is causing this person to realize, again, I keep saying a person, I know it might not specifically be a person for all of you, but the person coming through here is realizing the true value of your energy. They themselves are feeling like they were blind to your true beauty. But when I say beauty, I mean a deep soul beauty, a beauty that extends far beyond the physical level, far beyond the skin. This is an energetic beauty, a magnetism around you. So what is this person thinking or feeling that you walked away from, that you may have withdrawn your energy from? So this person, by the way, I have to say, I know I haven't been using those labels, divine masculine and divine feminine, in this particular reading, but I'm now picking up a very strong trending towards this person you walked away from being a divine masculine energy, whereas you are coming up more so in the divine feminine polarity. Now, of course, we all do have a balance of these energies within ourselves. So you can take it as it resonates with your internal divine masculine, your internal divine feminine, or an external person or situation. But it feels as though someone that you used to be very singularly fixated upon is now fixated in that way upon you. I'm hearing the tables have turned energetically. It's almost like they are experiencing that singularity of focus and fixation that you may have felt towards them in the past. I'm hearing reverse mirror. It's very much a reverse mirroring kind of energy, which tells me this very well could be a twin flame situation for some of you, although of course that may not be the case for everyone. So only take that if it does connect with you. This, I'm just going to say masculine because I am getting heavy masculine energy from this person. They're coming up as surrender in the reverse position, meaning they're really trying to control something about the outcome here, about the situation. I'm hearing they're not willing to let go, or they're not willing to let go easily because they're feeling deep grief here with the grief card. Grief over the withdrawal of your energy, grief over seeing you step into your true empowerment, step into this really beautiful energetic space. The dominant card here coming out for this situation is patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. My guides are also showing me that there's some energy transference of some of these patterns of control within this person, this refusal to let go, and also this grief. So if you, divine feminine, have found yourself randomly feeling some deep emotional grief or emotional pain coming up, or feeling yourself perhaps tempted back into patterns of trying to fixate again on this person or situation. Not saying that you fully go into this energy, but feeling it tug on you and on your aura, feeling it pull you a little bit. When you're feeling that way, know that this could actually be that the masculine here is sending you a great deal of energy, not necessarily consciously or intentionally, but simply because the two of you do have this, I'm hearing energetic chain, an energetic bond between you. Even if you're at a great distance, even if you don't actively communicate, there's a very active energetic bond that seems to transfer energy back and forth between you. So I am really feeling pulled to the Starseed Oracle card deck here for some reason. We have all paths lead home, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. There we go again with those different pathways and the element of illusion coming up here, where your human ego mind might be trying to tell you, if I choose this path that seems to lead me away from this person or situation that I used to desire, or that I do still desire at some level, then it's never going to come back around again, or I'm going to create a permanent disconnect with this person or situation. But the guides are showing you that, again, all paths lead home, that as long as you are remaining connected with your intuition, with your inner voice, making your next step from that present moment, intuitive guidance place within yourself, you are always going to be led exactly where you need to be. And ultimately, all of the desires, the pure desires that you hold in your heart space will come into fruition and manifestation, whether that is a desire related to this person, connection, or situation, or related to something else entirely. This particular masculine may have come up as the Page of Swords reversed. They may have sent off alarm bells in your intuition in the past. Again, you may have tried to ignore those alarm bells. I feel like there was something that this person was doing, or some way that they were behaving, that sent off warning bells to your intuition. Your intuition felt there was some disalignment between who they really are at a pure soul level and how they were behaving, speaking, or presenting themselves to you. But again, you may have tried to ignore this intuitive sense about them because you also intuitively felt this deep soul bond. It's almost like, for a divine feminine I'm speaking to here, it's almost like when it came to this person or situation, your intuition was heavily conflicted because you were almost getting two opposing signals from your intuition. On the one hand, your intuition was telling you this is a powerful, intense soul connection, one that has so much potential. And on the other hand, your intuition was telling you something feels off with them. They're not fully aligned with what they're speaking, doing, or presenting, and who they really are beneath the surface, or they are taking from me, taking me for granted, participating with me energetically in 3D in an imbalanced way. And ultimately, again, I feel that you chose to go towards your highest happiness, your self-empowerment. I'm hearing let the chips fall where they may. That may be the attitude that you had about this person or situation. Like, I'm going to leave this up to the universe. I'm going to surrender this. I'm going to release some of my need to control here. But now the masculine is coming up as the Knight of Swords reversed, feeling like they really missed a major opportunity here. Feeling a bit out of control. I'm hearing emotionally spiraling. Yeah, there's a lot of regret here. I'm hearing feeling like they refused the opportunity of a lifetime with the Four of Cups upright. And they're doing a lot of daydreaming and fantasizing as well. I feel this person spending a lot of time in their daydream world, imagining you I just see them visualizing you, Divine Feminine, thinking about you physically, thinking about talking with you, connecting with you. Whereas your focus, Divine Feminine, seems to be beautifully on the sun energy coming out with this card, this new beginning, this movement forward. And your guides are continuously encouraging you to maintain that forward focus, to not look back on potential pathways you could have taken in the past with this person or in your life, but to keep your eyes fixed on the beautiful future you're creating, trusting that as you focus on embodying that frequency, those higher vibrational energies, releasing your need to control anything about your life or about these unfolding connections or situations, you become very magnetic. And over the course of time, that magnetism effortlessly attracts to you and aligns ahead of you all of those true soul desires in a divine way, beyond the mechanisms of the conscious physical human mind. So I am going to be pulling one final card here from the Rumi Oracle, but in the extended version of this reading, we will be diving much deeper into these messages. I will be channeling more about what the Divine Masculine here is thinking, feeling, experiencing at this time, any messages they may want to communicate to the Divine Feminine. For you beautiful Divine Feminines here, I will also be channeling into spirit guide and higher self messages that want to come through that extended reading, as well as any other details or pieces of information that your presence on Patreon in the extended reading will manifest and co-create from the reading. So if you are feeling guided to join me after this reading on Patreon, the link to that is in the pinned comment and description box under the video. But for now, I am going to read one final Rumi Oracle message. And this card says, "Let love transform." So I'm just going to share a little bit from the guidebook here. The spring of love arrives to transform the dust into a garden. The call is heard from the heavens to bid the wings of soul to fly. The sea becomes filled with pearls. The dry land receives the water of life. The stone becomes a ruby, and the body becomes all soul. Rumi. Love is my medicine, intelligent medicine. It takes death and makes it a passageway into greater life. What genius is this? A genius that will render anything and everything as a pathway to life. This oracle comes to you as a living spiritual gift. Whether you realize it or not, you have triumphed. You have blossomed, succeeded, cast aside that which was unworthy, and taken up love's way. How much delight there is from all those that walk this way of love, of life, to find another precious companion in their midst. You are welcomed into this world where love finds a way. There is nothing impossible for love. It is not bound by the mind, and because of this, all manner of miraculous grace works through it in endless creative variety. What does this mean? It means an avenue for divine fulfillment has been found. You are being given the power for spiritual success. Your heart's yearning shall manifest itself. But you must comply according to the law of love. Detach yourself from expectations of timing. Absolute trust is the best way to adhere to the law of love. So that feels like a beautiful place to close the reading today. If anything resonated with you personally, I would love to hear from you in the comments under the video. I also invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. And of course, if you feel guided to it, the link to the extended reading on Patreon is under the video. Otherwise, I am sending you all so much love, wishing you a beautiful day and weekend, and I will connect with you here again in Monday's reading.